Live from center court, All England Club.
Oh. Sun beaming down now. Almost a bizarre sight over the fortnight. Rain every single day of the championships at one stage or another.
Reminder, Bud, live again tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock. Breakfast at Wimbledon, Part 2, men's finals.
I'll come back if you will.
Be here. Might sleep here. Chris had already conceded it. If it was over, it was a winner. Wimbledon record, 44-7. Of course, she's won in the doubles championship as well.
It's long.
40-30.
I think we'll see more lobbing from Evert Lloyd. She does it very well. She pitched a beauty on the last match point against Billie Jean King yesterday. And that slice serve, 2 games off, second set.
2 games off, second set.
The face of a very, very...
Love 15.
Martina cutting that backhand deep, so tough to return.
Yeah.
And another passing shot from Martina. Where do you find a weakness?
Love 13.
She's breezed through the tournament. Closest anyone has gotten to her is a 6-4 game. Beats Evert Lloyd 6-1 first game in the championship.
Baseline. And more break points. Chris Evert Lloyd in the minefield.
Love 14.
Oh. Evert Lloyd. Well, one break point vanishes.
15-40.
Driven deep to the corner. And now Chrissy, whack. Coming up. She's starting to think she's got to push forward, but it's still break point. There's no way you're going to deal with balls like that. And so Navratilova breaks through again. She has a winning lead, 3-2.
The excitement surrounding last week's arrival of the new prince still buzzing around the royal Buckingham Palace. Princess Diane, an ardent tennis fan, a visitor at Wimbledon many times last year. Back at center court, Byron Day is in the standing room section. What's the feeling there, Byron?
Well, Dick, if ever a crowd was pulling for an underdog, it's this one. They seem to be leaning back and forth as Chris is trying to get her game going against Martina. But so far, Chris is having a lot of problems, but the crowd is still solidly behind her. Dick?
Evert Lloyd has just banged a forehand passing shot.
15.
She needs a little time. If she can buy time to play herself into form and hope that Martina goes off somewhere. She'll get it. But
Awesome display by Martina.
The reflex volley. Now, Martina ready for anything in the eyeball-to-eyeball situation, and she has the winner. Just turns her back. Knew it all the time. 15 all. That hurts Chrissy. Could have been love 30.
Well, Chris Evert Lloyd respects the net talent of Martina. They were doubles partners and won Wimbledon a few years ago.
Chalk, but behind the service line.
1976, the doubles team of Martina and Chris won the Wimbledon doubles. Martina's won with 3 different partners now, the doubles here.
And she's in the final again today. Good. Best point of the match. Still going. And Chris Evert Lloyd rushed herself. So it's all going for Martina today. She saves herself pulling it out of the rib cage. And Chrissy, I think, changed her mind. She was going to go cross court, decided on down the line. It is 30 all.
But Martina, what reflexes off that net cord.
Superb athlete. Oh, a backhand that gets Chrissy a break point. She will not relinquish this championship.
And she's going to have to be perfect.
Now the B, this is the first one we've seen. The Rogue Bees have tormented Wimbledon. Kathy Rinaldi was stung on center court. A heroic ball boy. Jimmy Connors was stung on center court. Vince Van Patten was stung on the outside court. As though she didn't have enough trouble with Martina.
Martina really doesn't want this comic relief. She's
Not
on a roll.
At break point.
Saw the size of that thing. Eat your lunch.
You don't want that for breakfast at Wimbledon. The friends box. Mama Evert in the dark glasses.
Pretty serious in there.
It's much harder to watch than to play from an emotional standpoint. And the lob does bring the air. Chris Evert Lloyd gets even again.
So that's 4 service breaks in the second set, 2 for each.
3 games all.
Not a particularly good lob, but I think Martina was put off just a little bit by the B attack. Baseline.
That's right out of Chris Evert Lloyd's baseline rally textbook.
Colette Evert, John Lloyd, mother and husband, coach Dennis Ralston. The Evert camp. A delayed rush. Uh-oh, 2 straight overhead errors. Will Evert exploit this?
30. Love.
So, no sun problem here. Martina maybe thinking about the last one she missed. And it goes into the net. Pretty good positioning. I thought she hit it squarely. 30 love. the more of those you miss, the more your confidence diminishes. Double fault number 2 for Evert Lloyd. Renee Richards, the coach of Martina Navratilova on tactics. Once again, she has returned to medical practice as an ophthalmological surgeon in New York after her 5 years on the tennis circuit.
You would think Martina would have more double faults with a bigger serve. She's been perfect.
Martina.
She's getting such a good angle, Bud, on that drop.
Now, Chrissy coming over the ball a little bit, and it's 30 all. Chrissy just trying to hit a lot of balls, and here she comes again. And Martina misses on the line. Now, Chrissy is playing very smart tennis, which we expect of her. She's going to try to rush Martina once in a while, probe, get to the net, hit more balls, get used to the court, get used to the pace. She's behind. A set, and 3 all. And that's wide. So now Evert Lloyd has won 2 straight games, which is a high for her today, and she leads 4-3 in the second set.
We're live from Wimbledon. Let's go to court 1. The semifinals, Tim Mayotte and John McEnroe.
McEnroe won the first set 6-3. He leads 3-1 second set. Has 1 service break. Could pick up another right here.
Tim Mayotte really struggling now, down love 40, triple break point, as McEnroe has raised the level of his returns here in the second set.
Game to McEnroe.
And he breaks.
So McEnroe now leads 4 games to 1. We're in the second set. We'll be back with the second course of Breakfast at Wimbledon.
Second set by 1 set to
Court, the Women's Championship 1982 Wimbledon. 4-3 Lloyd second set, but Martina Navratilova is up a 6-1 first set. Bud?
It's 15-love. Martina has just stroked a backhand passing shot beyond the reach of an attacking Chris Evert. Playing for time. That's Chris Evert. Try to stay out there. Martina's not going to play any better than she has.
15
So
all.
try to stay with her and hope the errors will begin. Evert Lloyd. And a couple of points here, and she'll be right back in the thick of it, despite a shabby start.
Really got out in front of that one and drove it.
Her 10th anniversary here at Wimbledon. Semifinals in 1972 as a 17-year-old. Not good enough. The pop-up volley.
This is the cathedral, the temple, 2 of the old-time lady players involved. 5 championships represented in this match.
Second serve, break points. And it could begin sliding away from Martina right now. She led 6-1, 3-2 on a break. And that is the old Martina backhand. The first bad-looking backhand we used to see so often. Is it nerves?
5 games to 3.
First time Chris Evert Lloyd has led in the match.
And not only leading, but serving for parity.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you.
Now, this crowd getting boisterous. There are strong feelings here.
You know that for Chris Evert Lloyd, marrying John Lloyd, a hero, sports hero, top British player.
English by marriage.
You can see Chris hitting with more authority as the match has developed. Martina still up 1 break over Chris. That's reflected in that 6-1 first set victory.
Up a set, yeah, but Chris Evert Lloyd, 3 points from all square. And Martina has gone off.
30, love.
Five straight points for Chrissy. She's won 3 straight games. Long and 3-set point. And here comes Chrissy. And this match for the title is dead even. Chris Evert Lloyd rebounding to win the second set 6-3.
Central London's Piccadilly Circus. No carousels or wild animals on the circle of Piccadilly, but you can be entertained with lots of interesting people and pigeons. Bring some breadcrumbs. That's the scoreboard live on court 1, 6-3 McEnroe in the first set, and McEnroe about to close out the second set. Let's go back to Charlie and Donald.
Game and second set.
Game and second set to McEnroe.
And McEnroe mishit that return off the backhand, Charlie, but it dropped in. And so John McEnroe now leads comfortably 2 sets to love.
By 6 games to 1.
So that's the story here. Let's go over to center court.
2 sets to love. 15, love.
And here at center court, Martina Navratilova opening the third set. She won the first set 6-1. Chris Evert Lloyd rallied 6-3 in the second. Martinez won the first point.
Another stretch run. 30 love.
30.
On the first point, Martina pounded away an overhead, which must have made her feel a little better, since she missed 2 crucial smashes in losing the second set. So it's 1 set all for the championship.
Remind fans that with John McEnroe already up 2 sets, he will play the winner, the Jimmy Connors Mark Edmondson match in the finals tomorrow. That'll be live here, breakfast at Wimbledon.
Now, as Martina pulled herself together after a bad passage. Whoops. Her first. Martina says she can keep her head on straight these days. We'll see.
First double fault.
She acknowledges the problem of nerves in the past. It was 40 love. 40-30. And deuce, leaping at the forehand, a little bit impatient.
Deuce.
She's really not turning that shoulder into the ball. She's staying open and trying to compensate by jumping at the ball.
Now, opening game of the third set, so important. Played that well.
Advantage, Miss Navratilova.
Just the right approach. She covers the down the line and has it. Advantage for Martina. This is her 4th game point.
Way off in that serve, though. It's Chris.
Sliced lob. That will be in play, I believe. Yes. Now, Chrissy reads that one. And the attacking Evert Lloyd is actually taking the net away from the woman whose province that is. Now watch. She's really slicing that ball heavily, and Chrissy is right there to take advantage of it.
Martina really made her work for that point.
Second deuce. Net court. Off the racket. Martina. Off the frame of the racket. She looks up in almost despair.
Advantage, Miss Navratilova.
But she has her 5th game point. This is the opening game of the final set for the championship. Chrissy moving, and so is Martina. Both women driven out of court. And what a confidence builder for Martina Navratilova. 2 deuces. She was up 40 love. Now look, Chrissy is going to get that ball, but then vanish. And Martina is left standing with a 1-love lead.
Final set.
Prior to Wimbledon, Martina was asked about Wimbledon, and could she beat Chris Evert?
I hope so. I've been working out really hard, practicing a lot more than ever before, and really feeling the ball on the racket. And the grass, I won on the Australian Open. I beat Chris on grass in a good match. And you know, beating Chris, obviously, you feel you can beat anybody. She's tough on grass, as tough as she's on clay, really.
She's just plain tough. You're going to have to carry her out of here to take the championship away. But Martina was given a big lift after losing 3 straight games by holding through 2 deuces. Oh!
Brilliant play.
Now you'll see that backhand in action. Chris Evert Lloyd.
15 love.
Martina has hit the shot she wanted to hit, but Chris does her one better. It's 15 love. Navratilova. Renee Richards on the right, Nancy Lieberman on the left. Team Navratilova, a 3-way effort, a triumvirate this year, says Martina, giving them credit. Renee for the tactics, Nancy for the training. And Renee left her medical practice in New York to fly over for this tournament, as she did for the French Open, which Martina won for the first time. Martina on a 26-match streak.
30-15.
Martina trying to win the Wimbledon championship for the 3rd time, as you see at the Evert Lloyd fan club. Chrissy going for her 4th, the all-time ladies winner, Helen Wills Moody. 8 times she won this tournament.
Hope she's watching, Dick, out in Carmel, California. She won every match she played at Wimbledon but 1.
40-15.
Martina didn't like that bounce, but that's going to be part of this game. It's well worn, the lawn on center court.
The 3rd final they've played. Martina was the victor, 1978-79. Net court again goes for Evert Lloyd. 1 game off.
Game to Mrs. Lloyd.
As we said
1
yesterday,
game all. Final set.
baseball known as the game of inches, but this is the game.
1 game all. The home stretch for the title. 2 champions.
15, love.
Both these women will undoubtedly be enshrined one day at the International Tennis Hall of Fame, Newport, Rhode Island, where the grass court tournament starts Monday, the last grass court championship in America.
And they have many more matches to play. Martina's only 25, Chris 27.
Ooh.
All.
But Chris, when she was 6 years old,
30.
used the regular size racket, and so she had to use the two hands to swing it because of the weight. Boy, she's learned early a great lesson.
And inspired a generation. Now 2 break points off those low returns.
Martina herself
15,
started when
14.
she was 5 years old. Both her parents in Czechoslovakia were tennis players.
Is it slipping away right here? She started so explosively.
She's not had an ace. That's a bit surprising. Testimony to the good service returns of Chris.
Chris Evert Lloyd seizing the net, seizing the lead, and perhaps on her way to seizing the championship. Martina is going to have to revive. 2-1 for Evert, last set.
Over on court one, it appears John McEnroe breezing toward the finals. 6-3, 6-1. They're on service 1-all in the third set, but the drama is at center court. Chris Evert Lloyd has just broken Martina Navratilova, has the lead in the third and decisive set.
Can Martina pull herself together? That's the question, and Chris Evert Lloyd keeps attacking. It's wide.
But it all goes back to that argument that Martina had early in the second set. She was so composed at that point, blew up a bit, and she's never really been the same player since.
She was leading 3-2 on a break of serve, lost the first point of the 6th game on a volley that she thought was good, was called out. That's wide.
15-all.
And Chris Evert Lloyd went on a 4-game run to win the set. And Chris has won 6 out of 7 games since then. Martina, now she's got to do more of that, because not only has Chris Evert Lloyd turned the match around
15-30
in point of score, but she has become the attacker and has kept Martina back. And that is not Martina's game. Chip lob.
Yeah.
Martina, and now she has a couple of break points.
Chris Evert Lloyd a chance with an overhead winner and couldn't put it away.
She sets it up with a sliced lob, and Chrissy couldn't put it away. 2 break points coming up. It is wide.
30.
The range of Martina, again, she's so explosive. Getting to that ball, that would have been a clear winner against most.
Break point. Oh, how Martina needs it. Just slice, slice, slice on that forehand, backhand. And she's got the break. Two games all.
Game to Miss Navratilova.
Many ardent